reflexology this evening. Now, I have lots of you will know that I have been taking time off from treatments whilst I've had my son, and so I haven't done treatments for over a year now. I've just started opening up my studio, but I haven't done any reflexology yet, so at the minute I'm just refreshing my memory and practicing my treatments again on my partner. So today we don't have super long, so I'm just going to maybe do a part 1 and then a part 2 because the football's on in about 20 minutes, so we definitely won't get through all of the points, but that's okay. I'm not going to be offering like the tailor-made treatments that I normally would with clients, for instance using essential oils, warm stones, any of the added luxuries that we do in the treatments. I'm just focusing on reminding myself of the sequence and what creates the reflexology routine that I trained on. So I'm going to be continuously referring to my notes from my training days. So we're going to start with just warming the feet up. I'm going to be using a grapeseed oil. Normally I decanter this into my china bowls, but straight from the bottle. So I'm just going to warm the oil up in my hands. Just move this to the middle actually, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to start by applying the oil, and what I'll do with the camera is I will keep it where it is for now, and then when I actually get into doing the points on the feet, I'll bring the camera around here so that you can see. So we begin a reflexology treatment with foot massage, and sometimes we also do a leg massage, but I'm just going to focus on the feet. It's quite nice to just pull underneath the heel as well to bring more length, stretching out the Achilles. And calf muscle. I was actually going to use, maybe I'll go and get some of that in a minute, the specific reflexology wax. I might use that in a minute. It smells amazing. So we work in my training, we go from foot to foot. I've definitely been for reflexology trainings in the past where everything is done one side and then the other. But I find this way brings more balance. We often move from left to right rather than right to left. Again, it just depends on what training that you've done, but in this training we start from the left side. So we begin by greeting the feet. Pressing as we breathe in, releasing as we breathe out. Okay, so let's get some blood circulation to the area. Hold it underneath the ankle, side to side. I'm just going to mark each point just as a, again, reminder to myself. Metatarsal kneading. So I'm going to come around the ball of the foot here. I like this movement. Oh, look at my little finger. Didn't know it did that. Spinal twists. So the inner part of the foot is believed to represent the spine, hence spinal twist. Let's get some more movement around the ankle rotations. Not too mobile here. And then we do some circling of the toes. Now, it depends. My partner's a little bit sensitive, so if someone has tickly feet, I probably wouldn't do this part. Just do it a little bit, going both directions. Foot moulding, so I'm going to use my fist. Diaphragm rock. So when we're pushing into different points of the feet, the idea is that different points link up to the rest of the body. Working into these different points can help you to feel more calm, balanced, and even help reduce symptoms of discomfort. But for me, I like to promote reflexology as just an extremely relaxing treatment, helping with things like stress, anxiety. It can be great for people's sleep. I always get good feedback about sleep after having a reflexology treatment. And people that suffer with eye strain or headaches. Okay, diaphragm rock. So I'm just moving, just kind of underneath the pad of the foot, pressing with my two thumbs. That's it. Okay, and then some solar plexus breathing. So I'm pressing into the very center of the foot here. So right now this is all just like massage and warm-up points. I'm going to actually just offer a little bit of attention to the heel as well there, just massaging. Okay. Great. So I'm just going to quickly do that on the other side because I want to get into the points. So again, just bringing that blood flow to the foot. Doesn't take long to get warm. I've got the heated bed on as well, so it's quite nice. People have been enjoying that the last few evenings that I've opened my studio up. So far, everyone has just been having massage, hence why I haven't needed to remind myself or refresh on reflexology just yet. Okay, metatarsal kneading. And I would normally spend quite a lot of time on this because it feels really good. Spinal twist. You probably see it more this side now. I love having a foot massage. When I was pregnant, I had reflexology. Yeah, it felt so good. Your feet take on quite a lot of pressure when you're pregnant. therapist will just avoid certain points unless you're past your due date, in which case you can stimulate those points to potentially stimulate or trigger labour. Okay, let's get some movement around the ankle. And the toes. So again, you can probably see this a little bit more now than on the other foot. Diaphragm. You can see he's a little bit tense on this bit. I think it might be a sensitive spot. If you have tickly feet, I don't recommend reflexology, but he likes it because of the benefits. And lots of it does feel really good, especially around the ball of the foot and the heel. Solar plexus, breathing in as we press, out as we release. And then just press into the heel a little bit as well there. Quite dry heels. Sometimes that can be an indication of imbalances in the rest of the body. So it's good to just use your Parky form just to see what's going on with your client. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera around now so that you can see the feet a bit more. Bring that down a bit. Okay, good. Don't mind my pyjamas. Do I get my wax? Yes. I'm going to be using a spatula to allow me to access. This is really nice. Balance. The smell of this is lovely. Oh, I'm going to use that one. It's so good. So it is literally like wax. It's so nice. Specifically for reflexology, this one. But I do like using oil because it's just it goes a lot further, but also it's great for mixing with essential oils. Can bring that lovely aspect of scent, aroma to the treatment. Aromatherapy, that's the word I was actually searching for. Okay, cool. Let's come into the top. The big toe working into hypothalamus points. Now, I want to just check in my notes. So we hook into the hypothalamus, which should be a little bit maybe slightly sharp but not painful, and that is like the trigger point to begin the treatment. So I'm going to do that on both sides. The hypothalamus is like the kind of king of the points and glands, and it's kind of sending signals to all of the other glands in the body, kind of triggers and runs the nervous system. So that's why it's important to kickstart that. So we're opening the zones. So essentially I'm just pressing all the way up to the big toe. And then just going up. It's kind of like a press and release movement all the way up the foot. You can hear my dog asleep in the background. And because I really want to learn these points, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay on this foot for now, because I want to move on. So, neck area. Now if I have a look at my notes, because see how far we're going to get today. Definitely going to have to do quite a few. This is just showing you the right side and then the left. So these are the brain, neck, eye, ear and nose points. So we're starting with the upper part of the foot. So much to remember. Okay, so I'm moving along the top of the toe. Or am I moving up? You're hearing me learn in real time here. Okay. So I go up the points on the top and then down on the back. Okay. And I go around top of the toe. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can see this. Around the top of the toe, all the way down to the neck. And we press looking for any sort of tight or crunchy points which can indicate that we need to spend a bit more time there, we can also listen to the client and how they're feeling. Okay, and then after the toes, I can go up. After the big toe, I can work on all the others, going up and then down. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and round here is mouth and jaw, right, okay. It's all coming back, but not necessarily in the order that I remember. I just need to mark the points for today, just to refresh, and then I think I'm going to have to do quite a few more practices so that I feel really confident with what I'm doing. Okay. So walking up the big toe, round, up the big toe, round the neck, the head, pausing here, then up the front and back of the toes, the rest of the toes. Then, okay, then coming to the base, around the little finger, little finger, little toe, and that's our shoulder point, which is always a little bit tough on Sean. And we walk up. Okay, now it's making sense. And we stop here and here. Ear point and eye points and sinuses. Okay, yes, I remember that now. And maybe pausing on the top as well for the sinus points. Okay, yes, I'm remembering it. Let's move on. So that's the same on the other side. Okay, that's fine. Oh, he's falling asleep. Okay, spinal reflex. Don't know if you can hear that. He was up early this morning. Right. Maybe we'll do this bit. I don't know what the time is. Maybe we'll do this bit and then we'll pause and come back. There's a lot more to do, but if we just do the spinal points, then maybe I repeat that on the other side just so he's got some balance. Spinal reflex. Down and up. So starting the outside of the toe, finding the bone, and then I'm going to walk. Now I know my elbow's in the way here. I'll do it on the other side so you can see in a moment. Down, and then we get to the end of the bone, and then I can 1, 2, 3, 4, right down to the coccyx, down and up. Do we go up? Looks like we do go down and up. Okay. Oh, it's been so long since I've done this. You have to refresh yourself on all of the points as well, and the linking to the rest of the body and there's so much learning behind this. But it does all come flooding back, but I just need to physically retrace my steps as well as mentally. Okay, so it used to literally be like clockwork for me. I didn't even have to think about it, I just knew, but that's fine. It takes some time. But it is nice that he's relaxed. It's good. Everyone's asleep. My son, my dog, my partner. Okay, we hook in, so rock the foot. Okay. Spinal muscles. Spinal reflex down and up, finger walking. Oh, it's this. Okay, finger walking over the spinal muscles. Shoulder points, crosshatch. I'm aware this is meaning absolutely nothing if you're watching this, but hopefully it's... I just thought it would be quite relaxing to film it. Lots of people quite enjoy reflexology. It's just, you have to forgive me that this is just me remembering and retracing, relearning, and enjoying the process. So we walk toward the big toe along the sciatic loop. So perhaps I'll do another video where I'm actually talking you through the treatment, but at the minute I'm just talking gobbledygook to myself. Now leg, knee, okay. Shoulder points, outer aspect, foot. Okay, I forgot about this part. Shoulder. So, okay, yeah, I can feel that. Dip. Then the hip, I forgot. Neck, knee and hip. So we'll finish after the spinal and hip points. God, his feet turn out quite a lot. Sciatic points. Okay. Let's see if I can do it on the other side without looking at the diagrams. And then we'll finish up. We've got the respiratory system, the digestive system, reproductive system, all of that to come. So watch this space. We'll come back to that another day, probably over the weekend, because I do need to keep practicing. And if you guys enjoy watching, then I'm happy to film, because I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Also, I will always tie my hair back when I'm doing treatments. I don't want you to think I'd ever have my hair down. Right, let's see. So we hooked into the hypothalamus. Big toe, okay, and then we've walked up. Well, imagine we've done all of that, walking up to the zones. Toes. Go big toe, 5 zones. 3, 4. I wonder if you can come around here a bit. And then the back. 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the minute we've only really stayed at the top part of the foot. When we start to work into the respiratory system, we stay quite high, and then we move lower as we start to get to the more digestive points and the reproductive points. Oh, I tell you what I haven't done is when do we work into the pelvis? Okay, that's at the end. Okay, I just wanted to check I hadn't missed that. Okay, so neck area, up and over into the neck, pressing and around the neck on the dorsal side. Okay. And then imagining I've gone along the toes, plantar and dorsal, then I'm walking my way from that shoulder point along base of the toes, our shoulder line, pausing ear point, pausing eye point, sinuses maybe as well, especially if someone has been struggling with cold. Spinal reflexes. God, I can't believe how long that took to remind me of the flow there. Coming down the outside, finding the bone. Spinal reflexes down and up. I can feel that. A bit tight there. 1, 2, 3. Some pressure into those points. So we're working really now with the points that link us to the back, to the spine. Probably do this a good few times, maybe about 5 times, 3 to 5 times. Spinal muscles, finger walking. Shoulder points. Cross hatch, I think. And along the back. All 3. Little toe. And then working along the outer aspect of the foot. There's a little dip in the foot as I come along the line of the bone, and that point is believed to be our link to the knee. So I'm pushing there, working my way then around the ankle and then up the side of the leg, which is actually the link to our sciatic nerve as well. Okay, great. So let's pause there today, and I'll come back and do the other points, and maybe then a video of the whole thing where I can actually feel confident in what I'm doing, because I really want to feel ready for when my clients come in. When I know the sequence, then I can just focus on what they really need, what's going to feel good, what's going to help them to relax, and physically as well, what points I might need to spend a bit more time on. Solar plexus, relaxation, you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, watch this space because I still have much more to remind myself of and learn before I welcome any reflexology clients back into the studio.